Hello, my name is Andrei Muzachuk. I am senior Salesforce consultant with 14 years of experience in Salesforce. Today I want to go with you through the email that you might receive. The problem with this email is that if you have Apex classes, triggers, Visualforce Pages, and components with version less than 45, Salesforce won't be able to perform the upgrade, yes, and you will have this email over and over again. So, like, what does it mean? Like, what's this email? Yeah. So the idea is that if you have triggers with version 43, if you have Apex classes with version less than 45, then Visualforce page, yeah, that's your problem. So how can you, what's your options? Yeah, like what you can do about this. What you can do is actually you can go through each item, class, trigger, Visualforce, Apex class. So you have a production, you create sandbox, you go to sandbox, you upgrade, yeah, like you find each class that are not in a package, yeah, so it's your custom code in your org. You go, you upgrade, you save, then you create change set, you put all your items in that change set, and you deploy, you send it, and then you deploy. Yeah, so all this process. It's totally cool if you have just a few, yeah, like up to a dozen, I would say. But what if you have multiple dozens of these items? Yeah, like going through each one, wait until Salesforce will load, switch, click. A lot of click time, a lot of waiting time. So I will provide you with an option where you can do it in more quick manner. Yeah, so like kind of I'm doing this live. I won't cut the video, so the length of the video will be mostly the time that you need to do these steps, and it won't depend on number of items. So first of all, you want to see how many items you have. Yeah, so how you can do this, you go to developer console, and you go to query editor. So this is your query, yeah, like you execute and you see items. Basically, like you can do it this way. Yes, you can say count, and you will just have you will have just a number, yeah, whatever. The idea is that if you have these items, you will need to go through them, and if you have just a few of them, you can do it manually, yes, like the way you used to do it. If you have a few dozen of them, yeah, and you don't want to go through change set, clicking each checkbox for each item that you upgraded, yeah, you will need to make a, yeah. So I will have the sockles in the document. So you will have socle for classes, then you will have socle for trigger, yes. Then you will have socle for Visualforce page and Visualforce component. So these are like 4 items that you need to upgrade. So instead of doing like this manual stuff, yeah, what you can do is you can go through like these steps. So the main steps are you get metadata that you need to upgrade from production. You upgrade this metadata to the latest version. We will use version 63.0, and then you deploy the stuff to production. Okay, the thing is that you don't get all the metadata. You will get only that is lower than 45. That's the requirement, yeah. So what we will do, basically, to achieve that stuff, you will need to have package.xml file that you will use in the workbench to download the metadata itself. So how you get the package.xml? One more time, in the code, in the document, I will provide the code. Here's the code. The code is like super simple. It will query the items like apex class, trigger, and it will output it into the debug log. This is where we use the developer console. In the developer console, you go to debug, open execute anonymous window, you paste the code, execute, remove the open log checkbox. Once you executed it, you go and you right click, open raw log, and here is your XML file. It will be in the output, almost on the bottom. You copy the code. You need to make it in a file. Yeah, so I will use VS Code. You can use Notepad, whatever. Yeah, yeah. So this is your file. You save it as package.xml. Okay, so I have package.xml file. Now you go to the workbench. One more time, it will be in the document or in description of the video, wherever I will. So you log into the stuff. Yes, I agree. What you need to go then is the menu item migration and retrieve. You select your file, the package.xml file, the one we just generated. You select this single package checkbox, click next, retrieve. I have just a few items, so it will get me the zip file pretty quickly. In orgs with multiple dozens of these items, classes, triggers, visual forces, it will take some time. Okay, so you download this zip file. I will download it in my folder. Can I open it this way? No? Okay. So you have all these items. Okay, you have your classes that has version less than 45. You have all this structure in this folder. Okay, so you don't need to go through that stuff manually. So here is the regex that you need to use. So in VS Code, what you do is you go to this search and paste the regex, and you say that okay, make it regex. In other editors, you will do it in that way, but the regex will be the same. And in our case, we will substitute it with the code that we want. Basically, here is an idea. You have all these classes, pages, and triggers with version less than 45. Okay. So, for example, the code that generated the XML file and that we used to retrieve the metadata does not contain items with version higher than 45. Yeah, so in my case I have this Apex class V55. Yeah, we don't have it in here. Then I have one Visualforce page V page this one, yes, 46. Okay, so in here we will have only items with high version below 45. The beauty of these regex is that it will work in the org where you have all the files. Okay, you substitute, you say substitute, replace, yes, thank you. Now it can find anything because now all the items has version 63, yeah, the one that we put. Let me, whatever. So what you do next, now your folder contains the upgraded metadata. Okay, now what you need to do, you need to go to your in my case it's Finder. I forgot how this stuff is named in the Windows or Linux, yeah, like whatever, it should be folder. So what you need to do is you need to create an archive of this stuff. So I will name it upgrade version. Okay, so right now my org to which I'm connected is developer edition. Yeah, in your case it will be production, or it may be a sandbox if you want. You want to test this in the sandbox first, because when you will deploy it, it will run tests. It may fail, so before deploying it to production you will need to fix those tests. Yeah, that's outside of this video. So what you do is now you go back to the workbench, you go to migration, now deploy, you select your archive that you just created. You say run local tests. Local tests are the tests that you wrote. It won't execute tests in the packages. Okay. You select the single package, yes, like rollback on error. What you can do, you can like go with this check only. Yes, what it will do, it won't deploy, it will verify only. So we go with this one next, and then you say deploy. In my case, it will do like pretty quickly, yeah, because of just a few items. So here is like my list of classes. Yes, when we refresh it, I will have 63. That's it. Like, that's the magic. You don't need any code. I mean, like, you don't need to write the code. Yeah. Oh, the same stuff with Visualforce page. Yeah, like, this is the beauty. That's it, I guess. Yeah, let me think. We got it, we upgraded, we deployed it kind of to production. Yes, that's it. I will be linking the document, the article with the steps, with all the code, with all the regex. Yeah, so you will be able to copy paste all the stuff and do it the way I did it in this video. Thank you. Have a good day.